The track I chose was Water No Get Enemy, which is translated as Omi Olota in Yoruba. It's by a guy called Fela and Kuti.
Easy Motion Tourist by King Sunny Ade.
Ojuelegba by WizKid, and This Is My Life in Stereo.
This Is My Life in Stereo.
This is my life in stereo. Hope you enjoy it.
Iskava.
Fela, he's talking about water no get enemy. Because if you think about everything has to do with water. There's nothing that's made that isn't made with some sort of water involved in it. So if you make enemies with water, so it means that you're going to die. And what he was saying that if you make enemies with the people, because the people, they populate the land, they're the ones that build the economy. So if you make enemies with the people, then you will die. So he's speaking directly to the leadership of the country at the time to say that, if you make enemies with the people, then, you'll surely die.
Easy Motion Tourist. Easy Motion Tourist.
You didn't go to a party in the 90s without hearing King Sunny Ade, whether it was Merciful God or Ayin Reti Elayami or all those kind of tunes. So I think sometimes when you're in a foreign place, like we're second generation here in London, it's important to stay connected to your roots, and music is a universal language, right? So one of the best ways to stay connected to your roots is music, the arts, culture. And for me, music has always been one of my loves, as cliche as it sounds. So, even till now, if I don't hear it on a weekly basis, even a lot of the new musicians, WizKid calls himself Young Fela, the new Fela, like those were really pivotal for even afrobeats now. So you can't enjoy afrobeats now without enjoying the old school music as well.
Ojuelegba is a place in Surulere. That's where WizKid came from.
They know my story. From old dog studio, I be hustle to work.
For an Afrobeat artist to come from a deep struggle and come from Ojuelegba, the Zanga, it's just crazy. The hustle they go through over there and how you have to grind hard, and for him to come from there and make it is a big thing. And he's still representing Surulere until today and representing Ojuelegba until today. It's just spiritual to me, it just touched me deeply.
I think it was released around 1975. It speaks volumes, it speaks about the struggles that people were going through in Nigeria at the time. The country wasn't progressing, and he spoke out about it, so he was very much an activist. Something that speaks volumes to me, because I know the struggles, about 97% of the population is sharing 3% of the country's income, and 3% is sharing 97% of the country's income. So it's a very challenging situation.
When I look at a song that was kind of pivotal for me, it was around the time I started to take playing guitar a bit more seriously. So I started playing the guitar when I was probably 14 and playing in like an African church. The predominant music was kind of high life, which is kind of similar to juju music in a way. And he was one of in terms of riffing, in terms of that kind of feel, King Sunny Ade was one of the legends of that one. And that song is one of the songs where I first learned to play a certain riff and to kind of hear what soloing to an African song was really like.
So when I heard this song was when he dropped the Ayo album. So I was like, where's this beat that I've been looking for? I've been hearing this song on Instagram for a year. I was like, where's this beat? So when I just said Ojuelegba, I heard this song for like all day. So I can just relate to that you just have to grind and keep grinding to something that you believe in, and God will answer your prayers and your hard work will pay off one day.
Unfortunately, because this song's about 9-10 minutes, it was hard to get him on radio. So I think it would have blown a lot more. But because these songs, they couldn't be played in countries like America or over here, for example, because of that, he didn't blow as much as he could have. But any of his shows at the time, they'll be selling out in no time, because he had such a big influence, he had such a massive influence. A lot of his songs, the traditional Fela songs, they start, about half the song is just instruments.
Without old school Afrobeat, you can't have new school Afrobeat, right? But when you're out and you're in a club, do you know what I mean? You might not want to hear King Sunny Ade right there. You might want to hear more WizKid or Burna Boy, but I would say old school Afrobeat is probably a bit more timeless. It's raw music, raw instruments. They didn't have as much effects, they didn't have as much things that we can put in our music to make it sound nicer, so it was really raw talent. A lot of things were live as well, so you had to be on point. And I think it's similar for when you're performing or anywhere, so I'd have to say old school always.
I can't explain. Like when I heard that, I just feel ginger. Like when you're sad, or even when you're happy, when you just hear that line, you just like, yes, like.
Whenever he was on stage, he'd always say, "This is the underground spiritual game." That's what he used to call it whenever he was on stage, because he was connected to the people spiritually, and that's how he started, you know, the whole afrobeats movement. Yeah, obviously the afrobeats, you know, it's evolved from then. But if you think about the roots of afrobeats, you know, you have to think about Fela, absolute legend.
When you go to Nigerian parties or whatever, you always hear this type of music. But then when I started to get into church and I saw them adopting the same kind of rhythms into like just normal church songs, that's when I really started to hear it, started to pick up and started to correlate. So I learned that you can actually take out riffs from traditional Nigerian songs of juju music, actually bring him into the church, and that was a really good fusion for me. Sunny Ade was known for his amazing tenor riffs on the guitar, how he uses so many guitars, but there's a solo in the middle, and I basically know, I can sing along to that solo anytime. Like I know the solo from the beginning to the end. That's probably one of my favorite parts, because it helps me to, it opens your mind in terms of how to solo in new ways as well. He plays all along the guitar, I mean half steps, full steps, whatever, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's influenced me massively. For example, I used to get in a lot of trouble because I'd end up, you know, trying to fight for someone that's being bullied in school, and it would end up being my problem because I'm trying to fight for someone else. So it brought, it was massive for me, and even just the confidence that he had. And I'm someone that, you know, I'm very big on that. I'm very big on, you know, empowering black people, because I think, you know, we definitely need some sort of platform, you know, where we can actually grow and have our own industries and have our own entities where, you know, it's a black power movement. And he's always talking about black power, about black empowerment, about being an African, like he used to say. So yeah, definitely, he's definitely influenced me massively.
So as me as a person, it just impact me, like never give up, keep going, no matter how difficult things can be, you can always come out and shine. When I had my down times, and I heard this song, I just know that if I keep working hard and I keep grafting hard, I know one day God will answer my prayers and my hard work will pay off.